to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much for that. Before I start even the roll call, I'd just like to mention the former 30-year member of the Cecil Township Board of Supervisors passed away recently, and I asked everybody if we couldn't offer a moment of silence, please. I'm sorry, it's Mr. Frank Egizio. Thank you very much. This kind of unprecedented 30-year career here. It's kind of unbelievable to be able to last that long in this position. Carol, for a roll call vote, the record shows that Supervisors Cassiola, Fisher, Schrader, Cowden, and Johnson are in attendance. In addition, our Township Manager, Don Januso, Chief Sean Bukovinsky, our Public Works Director, Bill Botworth, our Director of Zoning, Bruce Bosley, our Township Engineer, Dan Dazaroth, and our Attorney, Chris Folks, in attendance. I also want to mention that this is to be the final meeting for two of our supervisors, Andy Schrader and DJ Johnson. And obviously their service is appreciated. I don't know if there's anything you'd like to say. Anybody at the time? Okay, DJ?
Yes, I really would like to thank the board for giving me this opportunity. It's been a valuable experience. Everyone should get the chance to see the inner workings of the municipality and exactly how hard these people work. And we want to appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, DJ. One item right off the bat, we're going to change the order. It's our item number 250-2015. And it's consider our Sergeant James Bros relinquishing the rank of sergeant and assuming the role of detective in our Cecil Township Police Department. That's an action by the position and contract that has to be approved by this board, and that's a request that Sergeant Bros has made to the township to change positions. So do I have a motion to accept that?
I'll make the motion.
Been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries. All right, then back to the order you see on the agenda. Number 226-2015, it's consider the promotion of Officer John Holt Jr. to fill one of the two vacant positions for police sergeant. Chief, you want to do the time?
If you want me to, I can follow up on any time. So you want to do? All right, Officer John Holt, can you please come up?
Should he vote first?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm too excited.
I would like to make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have that motion and second. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Okay, thank you, Sergeant.
Congratulations.
The second item, number 227-2015, is to consider the promotion of Michael Falconer to the second vacant position as police sergeant.
I'd like to make that motion.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Chief, would you make a brief presentation of how they were selected through the process?
Yes, back in July, I approached the board to start the process for the filling of vacant positions. We tested on an outside written test. The officers scored closely. Everybody did a very good job. Obviously, Officer John Holt and Officer Mike Bolton did a very good job. They came out on top, first and second place. So, well deserved. They studied hard and they prepared very well. They'll be a great addition to the administrative staff.
All right. One more time. Just a quick item. Ned Williams from the Trail, he just wanted to notify residents of the issue.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ned Williams of the Montour Trail Council. I just wanted to advise the board and the citizens here this evening that due to the issues we have every winter with ice in the National Tunnel, we have closed the National Tunnel, and that was effective today. It'll be closed until early to mid-March or so, depending on the weather. The tunnel will be closed. You won't be able to get through it. And we will be posting a detour route for those people who would wish to take the public roads to get from the McConnell Road trailhead around to the current trailhead on Cecil Henderson Road. So just want to make that brief announcement, but I have to say that I think that we should have a round of applause for Andy Schrader and D.J. Johnson, who have served this board very well. Thank you, Mr. Cecil.
At this time, we do have citizen comments for items that are on the agenda. If you see an agenda item you'd like to make a comment on or ask a question about, feel free to ask it at this time. But I'd ask you, if it's unrelated to the agenda, we do have a section later on in the meeting for just general contributions. So go ahead.
John Diego, I live at 387 East Bishop Road. I'm a resident of Cecil.
Could you make sure everybody can hear you, please?
John Diego, 387 East Bishop Road.
Do about the microphones, you don't have to lean over. Yeah, there you go.
I wanted to make a recommendation that we open up a hearing for the conditional use application 2015-0021. That's regarding the tower on Freeman Road.
We can't hear you. Can you do something? Like yell or
Yo, okay. I wanted to recommend that we reopen the hearing for conditional use application 2015-0021. That's regarding the cell tower, proposed cell tower on Freeman Road.
What's the reason?
I think that the notification process was a bit flawed. There's people that are affected who are not notified, that are within the 300-foot range, and there's other folks that were outside of that were notified with 2 notifications.
Is there anybody else here that wasn't notified that should have been? Joe? So you have no reason to doubt the veracity of what you're saying. I did start hearing that after our hearing that we closed last month. Chris, I think we're going to have to notify the applicant that we need to reschedule another hearing.
Okay, that's what we'll do then. I think that's the safest procedure to go by. If certain people didn't get notice of the hearing and weren't heard, I think at the very least we want to give them the opportunity to speak.
And actually, that company told us at the hearing that they notified even people more than 300 feet away. They said they erred on the side of caution, though. That was their words at the meeting. So if you haven't been heard, then you have every right to expect a chance to talk.
I know looking around here, some faces, we had gone door to door, and there's people that were well within the eyesight of the state.
Yeah, well,
I have no idea.
I doubted that a bit. So we will schedule another hearing. That item won't be acted on today.
Okay.
One point we need to be concerned about our deadlines. So Bruce, what are the deadlines that we have with regard to this application?
The board would have to take action at the January meeting. or unless the applicant agrees to an extension of time.
No, if that's the case, I think we had to take action to deny it then until, instead of a new hearing, they have every opportunity to apply for a new conditional use hearing. I don't think it should be put on us to have to risk that number to go.
Could we do that, especially considering the fact that applicants told us that they notified everybody within a 300-foot radius, and then clearly that's not the case?
I mean, we're almost getting to the point where we need to have a hearing to see if we need another hearing, because we certainly don't doubt the veracity of anybody's statements here, but I can imagine the applicant saying, well, where's the proof that nobody got notice, no one, so.
Could we turn around and say, where's the proof that they did?
Well, I'm just, this is.
Well, first of all, they should have gone out for certified mail.
I'm sorry, I heard somebody say.
No, I said, we got 2 notices, and the next door neighbor didn't get any. I got 2 in the mail. Okay, and these gentlemen came to our door on Sunday, and I did come to the last hearing. And there were very few people here, which really surprised me, because the people directly across the street from us, I have a feeling they didn't get notice, because I think they looked in here. I think there were about, Tom, there were what, about 8 people here? That's not all that were here.
Is there anybody here from the applicant? Nobody?
Verizon?
Yes.
One comment I'd like to make on this, I feel that you do have a right to your due process, but if we do set up another conditional use hearing, I want to guarantee that everybody does get notified, so that we don't have this problem again. Everybody should get notified somehow, even if the township jumps in at this point, and make sure that everybody gets notification of the time and date of the conditional use.
The notices should have been sent by certified mail, return receipt requested, and then we would have proof that it was done.
That's not the requirement, though.
It should have been.
No, I'm asking Chris.
See, it's a little different for a zoning hearing where the township is required to send out the notice, so we do our due diligence on those notifications. But for conditional use, the burden is on the applicant to notify people. So maybe that's something that we need to consider changing our ordinance too.
That's what I'm looking at, and the ordinance says that a complete list of all property owners within 300 feet of the exterior limits of the property, indicating name, address, city, state, and zip code. So, I mean, just going through the ordinance, I'm not seeing a notice requirement. Is that accurate?
If we have to act on it by our January meeting, can't we hold a hearing between now and January?
No, we deny.
Yeah, we can have another hearing. When's the deadline, Bruce, if they act?
The deadline, the actual deadline would be January 10th, but the board meets on January 4th, if I recall.
But it's December 7th. I mean, we can schedule a hearing between now and January 4th.
Yeah, I'm willing to do that.
I am too.
But my only question is, I want to make sure that everybody does get notified. That's what I want to make sure.
Well, if we set the hearing, we can provide the notice.
We will this time.
Yeah.
So, and now there are the notice requirements of consecutive weeks, so we're going to be getting that, we're going to have to set a hearing date.
Isn't it
Christmas.
2 weeks? That's okay. I mean, I don't think there's any problem.
Well, Christmas is on a Friday, so if we have.
Right, the concern I have about this would be, we're coming into the holidays, right? So if somebody's going to go on vacation, or they're going to go visit family, they're going to be like here, they're not going to be here to be able to participate. I mean, there shouldn't be any rush on this.
My concern, though, if we deny it and we don't have reason to deny it, is we're just going to.
Clearly, how many people in here, by raise of hands, are here for the cell issue?
I hear you, and I totally agree with you. I just want to protect you guys and the township so that we don't lose in a lawsuit because we denied it without a valid reason. So even if we start the hearing process and then if we need to continue it, ask the applicant to continue it and say, look, we started a hearing process, we did get through the whole thing. Can we have an extension to finish the hearing?
Well, that's not true. As far as
No,
we're
we'll say-
concerned, we got through it, we closed the hearing.
No, I mean, we'll say that we've received information